Hello and welcome back to the Extra Crank. Today's video marks the fourth and the final instalment of the 2020 Ultimate Kirkhill Trail Guide mini-series. It's been a little while since I've uploaded a video, so a big thank you to my subscribers for sticking around and for being patient. I've got a few things in the pipeline right now, so stay tuned because I'm really excited to show you what's next. In the last video, my bike took some damage, but nothing that a set of mole grips, an 8mm Allen key and a hairdryer couldn't fix. Kind of. So here we are at the very north of Kirkhill Forest. I arrived from the northeast corner today and used that east-west access path to get to the bottom of the main climb the first time around. All of today's trails use the same area called Hill of Marcus. It's a very different character from the stuff near the car park, much more open and generally a little bit more fast rolling. If you like this video, please go ahead and turn that like button blue. If you've stumbled across this video today, then welcome. Please consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. For now though, let's start with something tasty.
Alright everybody, welcome to Sweet and Sour. Now, some of the sourness has been tamed out of this track in the last couple of years. It used to have some really spicy features. Oh, now it's just like a toboggan chute. Used to be a gap jump just there. Oh. Maybe next time. So that's sweet and sour, and as I say, a bit more sweet than sour these days. Although there is that big rock kicker towards the bottom which I forgot about. But now it's time to lap that climb once again. So I'll spare you the boredom of seeing the same climb 6 times and I'll catch you at the top. So welcome to the top of Hill of Marcus. This is the climb I've just come up. When you get to this wall here at the top, and from this point there's a few options. First of all on the way up there is Sweet and Sour, which drops off to the left just when you come out of the tree line there. Then when you get to the very top, you've got a trail on the left called Descendaroo. You can go straight on for a few trails. You've got Fast Forwarder, you bend around to the left. You've got lastminute.com, which once you've veered round to the right is a drop off to the left. And then you've got Marcus Flint, which keeps going sort of straight down right towards the far north of this area, and then at the end of that it branches into 2 and you've got the option of the Marcus Flint slab. And then finally to the right you've got Gorehead Descent. So you've already seen Sweet and Sour. Now from this point I'm going to keep lapping and I'm going to do them around in a clockwise direction. So first off it's Descendaroo. Welcome to Descendaroo. Just an exercise in bravery. Off the brakes as much as possible. Watch out for the wet roots. Straight line where you can. Oh, that wasn't really the line. It's over pretty quickly, this one. Before you know it, you're back at this fire road. Descendaroo. Think in the dry when you don't have the wet grass. You can be pretty much off the brakes on some of those flat turns. Probably carry an awful lot more speed. Okay, so next up is one of my favourite trails here, a trail called Fast Forwarder. Although over lockdown there's been a bit of work done on it, a couple of furlough berms. Starts off pretty flat, but as soon as we hang a left, the descending starts. So let's show you down Fast Forwarder. Hi everyone. Okay, so my next trail down is called lastminute.com. So it starts on the same flat bit as Fast Forwarder and the Marcus Flint descent. So where Fast Forwarder goes to the left, you stay on the right. Again, this is where you go for Marcus Flint. But then a little way down here, there's a small turn off to the left. That's a trail called lastminute.com. So here we go. Oh no, I thought it was there. There it is. Super narrow. Only really one line. Really easy to get offline and start correcting yourself off the track. You know that feeling when you get your wheel slightly out of line on a rut? Those sort of crashes that last forever. Well, it's easy to do that on this trail. Opens out just a touch. Steepens up nicely here at the bottom. Visibility is really poor though through this bracken. Out the bottom. It's good fun, that one, but to be honest, better in the winter with a bit less vegetation. Right, climb number 5. So next up we have Marcus Flint. I've had this one on camera before, so if you watch the channel a lot, no doubt you'll have seen it. So here's your turn down Fast Forwarder, down to the left there. This is the top of Marcus Flint, except this time I'm not turning left on lastminute.com. This feels fast. Sneak a couple of pedal strokes in if you can. Heels down, eyes forward. Oh, that's lethal. And that is Marcus Flint. So just pushed up from the bottom of Marcus Flint to show you the slab, the Marcus Flint slab, which I've again done before. Been on this video, on this channel, sorry, a couple of times. What makes today different is it's wet, and I've never ever done this in the wet.
Okay, so not for the first or last time, I noped out of this one today. I feel I need absolute confidence and grit to tackle this one, and today had given me anything but. So here's a clip from the Trailforks video earlier this year, featuring Alex from Doing the Bray events. Speaking of which, they are hosting the first Northeast Enduro event of the year on the first weekend in October. And guess who got an entry?
Okay, so time for my last descent of the day. This is Gorehead descent, so when you get to the wall, it's just straight on your right. Now last time I did this, it was so overgrown I was picking like gorse needles out of my knuckles for like 2 days. Yeah, towards the bottom especially, you really can't fly through it unfortunately today, but you'll get a sense of what it's like in like a couple of the others around here. In many ways it's actually sort of better in the winter when the vegetation's been sort of died back a little. Quite tight and techy around this bit. Then into the flat gorse. Ow. Yeah, if this was cut back, you could really fly down here. Ow.
So there we have it. If 2020 has taught me anything, it's to learn to appreciate the things that are local to you. Kirkhill Forest isn't the best mountain bike venue in the world, or even in Aberdeenshire, but it is my local and it will always have meaning to me. I thought I knew just about all there was to know here, but in filming this series, I found new trails, new features and new challenges. That being said, next time out, I venture to the Tweed Valley and Innerleithen, another place that is quite special to me, having been there several times over many years, often accompanying my biggest improvements in riding skill and confidence. If just a handful of you watching this decide to dust off the mountain bike in your shed and hit this riding spot, or any riding spot, then frankly, my work here is done. So, until next time, I have been the Extra Crank, and I will see you on the next one.